friends, it's Veronica Vax, naturopathic physician, happily retired. Today, we will continue our conversation about bile reflux, bile gastritis, and we will talk about treatment plan. This is part 2 of this lecture, part 1. In part 2, we will talk about diet, about bitter herbs, liver support herbs, needs of taking care of constipation, dysbiosis, and pancreatic insufficiency. You may ask me a question, why is that? I want to deal with dysbiosis or constipation when you have bile reflux. And the answer is the cause of bile reflux is unknown. It is most likely the consequences of some long-standing problem. So in order to understand this concept, let's go to the blackboard and I will explain that to you. As always, I already pre-draw my favorite picture of digestive tract: mouse with the teeth, esophagus, stomach, low esophageal sphincter. Pylorus is located here, small intestine is here, large intestine is here, and we go to the bathroom right here. Here, liver is located, liver, and it will drain here into small intestine. Also, pancreas is located here, which will produce pancreatic enzymes. You may recall from the previous lecture that bile reflux is bile goes here into the stomach and may contribute to acid reflux. I said in that previous presentation that nothing should be moving from bottom to the top. So everything has to go from top to the bottom, from small intestine to the large intestine, and eventually out. So if bile is moving, it means, if bile is moving up into the stomach, it means that you did not create environment right here, right working environment below pylorus. Let's look what is located here. Number 1, liver. Number 2, pancreas. Number 3, small intestine and the large intestine. So you have to address number 3 and 4 is a large intestine. So what do we know about those? We need to create, to make sure that liver produce and pancreas both produce good quality and quantity juices here into the small intestine to create a right working environment. In small intestine, we have brush border enzymes, and both in small and large intestine, we have bacteria that will help us to digest food and move that along. If you don't move it down here, then the answer is it's going to stay here. And as it's going to stay here longer in the small intestine, it will have a higher chance to go here into the stomach. So all the problem, number 1, liver, pancreas, small intestine, and large intestine with bacteria dysbiosis needs to be addressed. Now, let's go to the back 2 slides. So here are the problems that needs to be addressed: diet, bitter herbs, and support herbs for the liver, deal with constipation, dysbiosis, and pancreatic insufficiency. So as you may probably noticed in many of my lectures or my videos, when I talk about the treatment, I always start with diet. If you're not going to change your diet, if you aren't going to change your eating habits, you may take supplements and you will have temporary relief from the problem. But long-term effect only will happen when you actually change your diet. So neither liver nor pancreas love fatty food. They don't like fried food. They don't like chemicals that come from preservatives or herbicides or pesticides. They don't like alcohol. They don't like smoke. So that has to go. Now, what you're going to do, especially for the liver and for the pancreas, they both love moderately sweet fruits and vegetables. So you can see I try to block hard bananas here. So here is the example of fruits and vegetables that both liver and pancreas love. And they would be better when there is inflammation in the digestive tract, cooked. So you can slightly cook pears, apples, everything could be cooked here. Incorporate whole grains. Actually, many whole grains are seeds, by definition. You can see here probably quinoa, amaranth, and beans, so they consider it seed. Incorporate nuts and seeds into your diet. Here they are. It's not only almonds, there are many different, and they come not only in form of nuts, they also come in form of butters, easy to digest. So you will be eating meat and fish, low fat, preferably boiled, steamed, and baked. Nothing should be grilled or fried. Bitter herbs, they will stimulate production and improve quantity and quality of bile and pancreatic juices, such as arugula, escarole, and dandelion leaves, better sometimes cooked if you have an inflammation in the digestive tract. Now we are going into liver, and my favorite, as you may know, milk thistle, dandelion, and burdock. If you are going to move with the supplements, make sure that you start with one. Let's start, suppose you start with burdock, do 30 drops once per day, then you can go to 60 drops, then you can add dandelion and milk thistle into the mixture. Finally, with the constipation, diet change and probiotic. Also, it's a kind of dealing with dysbiosis. Pancreatic insufficiency could be solved with taking pancreatic enzymes. Here on the picture, you see an example of supplements that I used to use in my practice. That's what I called industrial strain supplements. You can see the concentration of probiotics, 60 billion. It has 19 different strains. It's not your figgly-miggly. It is something to take when you have a serious problem, but you have to add one supplement at the time. So you start with prebiotic, and then you may add pancreatic enzymes. Pancreatic enzymes also very high, have a high concentration, and they are not for vegetarians. They made out of real pancreatic gland of the pig. That's it for today, guys. If you have any questions, please ask here. All relative links will be there in the description. Like, subscribe. Bye-bye for now.